where Cloud9 were just getting smacked around, but not the case. They've improved, they've learned.
My God, I've never been so excited to get into Icebox.
I mean,
this is nuts. But it's also, I mean, it's Vic playing Duelist. So that's, normally if you're gonna see double Duelist with this team, I would expect it to be Zeppa maybe.
Sure.
But, all right, let's see what Vic's got.
See what they got.
Standing ahead.
We dart forwards. It's gonna be dealt with, just that back and forth.
Double
See
push.
it all the time.
Double push for the defenders down tube here. C9 holding with both Duelists, looking for a lurk potential through mid. And then playing A, pretty soft. They've got Killjoy utility all over it, but it's just trying to slow the plant down so that they can get into position to fast retake or flood.
Rotators coming through. They see the turret just around the corner. Signs of life, causes the burst of the util. Now a big old rotation here from these Cloud9 players. They're going to be getting their time to shine soon enough here. Dash is going to be procced. All down, plant, in order. That's a vulnerable and a shock. You can see the ideas already coming about. An attempt of it anyway, but that damage done. Vulnerable ticking up. Zekin has just deleted one shot to the body. Zelsis trying to hold them all the way back. There's no plant down yet, and the Cloud9 players are swarming into this site, trying to take the fight by storm. The site might just be theirs. They spotted the last one. It's a straggler in the name of Zelsis, and he's down and out for the count. Pistol round here for Cloud9. And I said it during that moment there, but I mean, listen, you're seeing the ideas put together early.
And the ideas didn't even work perfectly.
It's nothing crazy. Listen, I mean, we've seen it with like snake bites and shocks before in the past, but...
Yeah, I mean, listen, shock vulnerable, super, super good combo. They actually didn't even get the timing of it perfect, and yet the overall idea still worked. Yeah. There was enough pressure on the plant that they had to get off, and then the flood retake comes through. Super fast. A lot of conviction. I think SEN are going to find it really tough to get plants down and post-plant wins. This is really going to stress test their thinking on the fly, their creative adaptation.
Which we saw glimpses of, I think, on Corrode earlier.
And I would say, broadly speaking, SEN kind of failed at the on-the-fly adaptation. I know it's weird to say when they won 13-10, but a lot of the wins that they were getting on their attack side were based on the theory early on, like the coach game plans. Not so much what was happening between rounds 6 to 10 as they were trying to adapt.
Still, SEN have walked all the way up here. Ton of space given up to them. Again, playing that retake. Vulnerables across. Shockies are flying forwards. There's that long-range artillery, and shots are hammering into these Sentinels players. Once more, Zekin will fall, but the plan was down. That was the goal for Sentinels.
There was a lot of damage on John. He got dropped down to 26 health.
Made rebounds, makes the retake a little bit easier there, and it does push these players out into the open, wide for the taking. Really seeing the pieces put together here, and why this composition is taking their scrims by storm.
They've also got incredible ultimates on this comp. Okay, Mitch,
think about that. Yeah.
Mitch has got long-range plant denial. Oxy's got long-range plant denial. Vic has long-range plant denial. And then you've got a lockdown and a pit.
Yeah.
So this is an exceptional composition in terms of ult value once you get onto the defense side and you all start rolling. And of course, they're going to get up to them faster because they've won the pistol follow-up.
Nothing wasted.
Hey, baby. Hey, run these kids over, baby.
It's good to see the spirits are still high here for Cloud9.
Yeah, and this does feel like the kind of comp that maybe it's just a one and done. It doesn't even matter. The theory is going to be so tough for SEN to deal with that it's good for it the first time you pull it out.
Shocking the vulnerable here. Oxy is way up in your face. Satchel's up onto belt. Skips past all that util. Breaking the pace of the game. The expectations, I suppose, for Sentinels to be taking fights that early. They weren't thinking about it.
That's a defensive shot that quite a lot of other teams are doing, but nobody else combos it with an ISO vulnerable.
Yeah.
And a triple reclear out through mid, looking for the lurker. They know the bang was somewhere around here because Killjoy util got broken. So they're going hunting. And bang doesn't want any piece of it.
Turret's down. They're like, okay, well, Zelsis out of range. We'll take the timing. Gladly. Walls up. Zelsis on top of it. Wants to take the fight anyway. Straight to them. Net is gone.
Yeah, that's a really good adaptation from Zelsis, and Oxy caught on the flank as well. A chance here for SEN in the round. 4v3. But because they couldn't get the plant down, there are still some pieces of danger here. Only one shock, really, though.
Just need to wait their timeout, though, for the wall to go back up. Got enough fuel now. They can make a play forwards. Cloud9 are grouped.
Bomb grenade out.
All not exactly broken as well.
30
Now Swarm protects, so nobody can push past this one with the drone to set it forwards. Vic, there it is. Snappy from Zepper. Blink of an eye. It's all going to pot right now for Sentinels. Bang's left to see if he can do it all. Finds the first, drops down. He's got fire trying to hide it, and he's really ISOing these fights. Swinging around and wide out. Rifle aim is immaculate. Purely control, purely composed.
That's all individual moments there towards the end.
Oh my.
Sen got themselves in a nice position after they got the plant down. And then Zeppa's hitting bulldog spray transfers all over the place, and bang, one-ups him. Wins the 1v3. His ability to ISO these ones is so nice.
Perfect.
C9 are trying to play doubled up, tripled up, and he just takes the fights one by one, playing the angles, playing the corners perfectly. Red Bull clutch for Bang. But this is where ults start to come online for C9. So I don't think Imi should be in Desperation City too early here. Yeah, they've lost a 3v1, but C9 are about to get another big snowball going that Sen will have to deal with.
Big control, name of the game. Broken from the bottom section, out through the window is watched for though. Zeppa aware of the possibilities, the weakness and the angles. Might have even seen a second player, but aim trained.
Mitch is in a very deep, pushed up spot here. And Oxy's not quite holding that
Really
top
weird
nest
spot.
position.
Oh, onto the ropes, that's bullets through the wall.
That should set up for Mitch to punish.
Very low, Mitch doesn't want to take the swing.
Just letting Zelsis escape. He's limping. They're going to get healed up a little more by John. And a finish over towards B. Net still has Snakebite. Players trying to drift over towards C. Remember that the plant, if it does come through, Vic can rip somebody away. So you've got to put a body in front of the planter to deliberately get grabbed by the ice wall. There's just so much to think about.
30 seconds left.
It's not usually the norm when you're playing Icebox. It's normally quite standard stuff. John with the plant. And there it is. Oh, ripped away, but not in time to deny that plant. Still forces out the 1v1 with the shields there. John just can't quite handle it. Vic takes him out. Advantage now by 2 players. Sentinels have got to try and hold this one back. At least they have the plant down. Forward position. And the rate. It's a one and done by every single margin. That Snakebite just pushing out to the fight. Down the Swarms as well, forcing the issue. Systematic here from Cloud9. Slowly but surely trying to piece together the fight. And Zelsis just realizes, okay, we're going to give this one up entirely.
And optimizing to try to get up to the next ulti here for Vic. Even with the timing being off on some of these plays from C9. Like on the pistol round, they didn't quite execute Vulnerable Shock perfectly. In this round, they don't quite get the timing on the ISO ult perfect as well to stop the plant. But even so, it's still insanely difficult to deal with. Snakebite comes through to the back of yellow, Vulnerable through to default.
Hey,
ISO running at you with shield.
They're just nasty.
They are horrible.
You can't hold at the yellow box.
Yeah, it's so tough to deal with. I think the best thing that Sentinels have done so far is boost Zelsis up on the box as they were trying to plant B.
Yeah.
So, because the thing is, you know that Cloud9's comp is about throwing util at you as you plant. So if you can get players further forward than the planter to try to swing as you're expecting C9 to be throwing util, maybe you can get a player advantage before the plant goes down. But I think Sentinels have to really shift how they're thinking about this map. You cannot just put John as the furthest player forwards and play passive post plants. I think this is the perfect time for Kaplan to call a timeout, because you've allowed your players 4 rounds to feel it out, to have an idea of what C9 are doing, jump in early and see if you can adjust the strategy a little, because C9 are applying the pressure. Man, what a game. What a great opener for C9 in this playoffs. They're the ones dictating the tempo against Sen.
Dude, listen, I'm a big fan when we see improvisation on Icebox and it actually works.
What do you reckon, Brent? Will the map be close? 4 rounds or less?
Oh, imagine
13-9 or closer?
I would say, at this point, unless Sentinels can figure it out, it might be looking like a one-sided game for Cloud9, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
There's a lot of things. Listen, when you're used to scrimming against the standard comps on Icebox, and suddenly you get thrown a curveball at you,
yeah,
you have to think about it. It completely redefines how you're thinking about the map and how you're supposed to play it.
Well, it'll be a real test for Sen. Kaplan's had his opportunity to speak to the squad, and you've still got really experienced, good, smart players on Sentinels too. But like we said, it's a task dealing with this.
Toxin screen down.
Bit of a weaker setup in terms of Oh, that's slow. That did not land in the intended place.
He's trying to bounce it off the wall.
Walls up.
They are going to get a free plant off the back of this. So one of the few rounds where C9 not fighting to deny this.
Yep, so alternative, instead of planting further back, expect positions, they just pull back the spot. It's a luxury of running the Sage. It's going to be hard committed here. Rifle player in the hands of Zek, and there it is. Zephyr's gone. There's weaker weaponry, but now there is danger here. Sentinels are in a pretty good spot for it. Big highlights, big lights up. That's the shield gone. Down and out with the stinger. John's doing that. Zek can defend. Up and over towards the top. It's a dash back to disengage. But forwards again, pressing the advantage to Sentinels. And they strike back hard. Zekken. 4 kills for him. And can I take back the answer that I gave you earlier? Is that possible?
I mean, yeah, Harry hindsight. It's always easy to tell what's going to happen when you've already seen it. Zekken was the only player who came into that round with a rifle. And he made it sing. Owned Zephyr as he tried to come out on the retake. And that's I guess, what happens if you allow Sentinels to get a bit of an entrenched position. It is a bit harder maybe for this composition to go for such an aggressive retake strategy on A.
Thank you for
B
the gun,
retakes look amazing though.
Yeah, we're straight back into it as well.
Obviously he's picking up this ult orb over towards A. Turret retracted, so it's on a slightly quicker cooldown. And Mitch is the next one up in terms of an ultimate. So Mitch's ult, really good for plant denial as well. C9, they're not going to allow John to get an easy plant like he did in round 5.
Heavy stack of bodies. As you said, ready to punish at a moment's notice. All contact plays from Sen though. They realized we don't have to use any util to take this one. We can walk all the way up. Through 410. Shock dart preemptive. Gets rid of the nano swarms here. Forwards! What a fight to take. Hunter's Fury. It's offloaded now. That might just be the panic button being hit. Does push back that plant for now. Wall needs to be broken, at least a portion of it, but Sentinels still comfortable playing around this one. Shock dart's going wide. There's in the back pocket as well to work around. John, he could bring Zekken straight back into the forward once more, but it's a pushed forwards position. Rolling retreat by Sentinels. Fighting hard, give up the space. John QT is taking liberties. Overextended himself here, but listen, he might just be stopping them all. Solo, Dolo, Zelters helps him out right from the side. A whole lot of util being expended to try and slow this one down, but Sentinels have a pretty good idea of how they want to fight this one now. Playing back. It's Narrate's ult, earned up. Off that tap of the spike. Denies them the chance to get any sort of time onto this one, and time is ticking. Ran way too short. Glad I realize it. Immediately coming up with appropriate answers. Sentinels, what a bounce back.
This was the rifle round, remember, that Kaplan took the timeout to adjust. He takes attack after 4 rounds, then there's an eco, and this is the round where Kaplan's adjustments can be seen. Look how deep they got before John tried to plant. There's 2 players pushing further forwards, way further than John, trying to put the pressure on Oxy and get a kill.
What better? When we scrap, we're so much better. The scrap took us. Keep scrapping, dude.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They want to force fights.
Yeah.
And that's the adaptation that I was talking about. You've got to get up ahead of the players and try to fight them as they're throwing the plant denial util. And Kaplan's recognized that. The rest of Sentinels have recognized that. It's obviously easier for us to see because we've got access to the whole minimap, but good adaptation really early on here for Sen, because that's going to put the squeeze back onto Cloud9 to come up with an adjustment of their own. I thought these ults would be cycling earlier, but C9 mostly getting them onto Vic instead of getting Showstopper up super quick.
Hard prioritizing Vic.
Yeah, Vic's nearly up to his 2nd ISO ult, whereas Oxy hasn't quite got his first Showstopper, neither Zephyr got his first lockdown. And those ults could also be crucial. Half buy here for Cloud9.
Still a bit of danger in the round here for Cloud9 with rifles. The hands of Net and Mitch, but
I'd be tempted to give somebody else the Vandal that Net has and pick up the Stinger, see if you could find an opportunity to pit if you end up in a player advantage situation. But fair enough, C9 stacking over towards the A site. It's an eco round, so they'll probably deviate from their normal strategy that they've been running.
The player's going to be holding these long angles while they can obviously try and press forward. So already adjustments made. Sentinels committing a lot of util to deny the ults. They know that they're one away.
And remember, they were doing that in the previous round too with John's slow orb. So they're already making really good adjustments because C9's comp is all about grabbing those free orbs and getting the ult cycling.
Meanwhile, sending it flying forwards. Sentinels, a lot of space over towards B. But the wall a little bit more lateral, which makes it harder to deny the plant. Placed down here by John. Even tucked himself into a forward spot, but
Here.
it'll be dangerous for him. Doesn't really want to give away the gun necessarily, but still.
Sen not particularly scrapping in this round, but you'll see it in the next rifle round, I'm sure.
Yeah, spotting those players onto the flank as well. John takes that time to retreat, knowing that there's not really much danger there. Nanoswarm's already down. Sentinel's going to be trying to play this one as standard as possible, really. Vulnerable. Nades out towards the backside of yellow. There's no swing in sight, so nothing to push and really make the play to try and help get that kill onto Zekken. Oh, line him up. A quick updraft dash to get the hell out of there.
This next round is going to be tough for Sen, though. You know, celebrate that you've managed to figure out what's going on currently, but C9 have now got another ISO ult, Raze ult, lockdown if they need it for retake, a Viper's Pit to lock off B or A, you know, wherever they want to put it.
Yeah.
There are just so many things around the map for Sen to try to deal with here. And this reminds me of, was it round like 6 or something on Corrode, where the ults had just got huge for C9. And Sen weren't quite able to put together something that could force them out. They lost a couple players really early on, and C9 coasted for round after round after round. So Sentinels have got to make sure that that doesn't happen again.
Standard exchange with a util again. Pull back on the turret. Put that one back up 20 seconds later.
I do like how much pressure Sentinels puts on early to the ult orb, to the turret, making it tougher for C9 to figure out.
That's how you play Icebox.
Yeah, it is. But clearly, that's why Kaplan was saying we're happy that C9 picked this map. Last time they 13-0'd Furia, the only time we've seen it this stage. Cloud9 a bit better than Furia. I'll give him that.
Yeah. No real doubt there.
All of the ults are on the opposite side of the map, really. It's only the lockdown that's here.
I mean,
and that's a retake ult, not a plant denial ult.
Nanoswarm's able to push back the plant if it is in a standard spot, but being broken nice and early here. Dart revealing it. Dart broken as well. That's a
Very
lockdown
early
forced out
timing.
early.
Really early timing as kind of using the lockdown to stop a plant. And now buying time for C9 to get rotators in.
Bang. He hears it. There's a lot of presence here. That shield's going to be broken. Oxy was meant to try and defend that one. Vic just fade away out to the side. Doesn't have a shield for this fight here. Bang can easily win it out, but Vic dominates it. Takes out that fight, but dropped down as well. It could have been punished potentially there for it. John had that space, but that was just playing for the res. All up, doubled up, out towards it, and out he swings. Need to be time to cover. Sentinels just disjointed. I think the time pressure getting to them, feeling like they had to make a
10
play.
seconds left.
Not enough seconds to play with in the round here. Despite how chaotic that round went. So there's going to be a round 1 out here by Cloud9. Purely off the back of the ultimates that they've got.
Silver lining for Sentinels is they did manage to force a couple big ones out.
Yeah.
So Lockdown got used, ISO Ultimate got used as well. Those are 2 huge ults to get rid of for C9. And the scoreline is still even. I thought this fight in mid was going to go so badly for Cloud9. I mean, Vic easily could have lost that fight, as you were saying, Brad. But then also, John is just in mid. I thought John was going to punish the ISO.
Nice.
I thought John was going to punish Vic as he came out of ult.
For the res.
Yeah, he walled for the res instead. So, you know, just taking maybe the slightly safer option in that.
Round again.
Off the rip.
Okay, off the rip! You gotta be kidding me. The second it takes that contact, it's a quick disengage out.
Not quite
wasted.
Not quite as nice as Oxy's showstopper on Corrode.
No. Shock and vulnerable up towards Belt as well for that punish and attempt of it. That's a brave play when you don't really know what these players are. Zekken, you are dicing with depth there, buddy, yet still he wins it out. Fades out the shots, just poking his head up.
Imi talking a lot about how Oxy has better raw aim than Zekken.
Vic, can't commit it into this spot. We'll have to pull back now. Shield active. All up. In front of that util as well. Vic feeling like he has to make a play. That is okay. Spamming onto the line.
Bit of a strange decision to fight the ISO while they still have the shield active. But now, pushed out. Zelsis' ult is going to allow Bang to get in. They should be able to get a plant and a pit off the back of this, and it'll be so tough for C9.
There it is. Pit's going to be lined up nice and ready. Bang. Lets it loose now. Plant down with no problems here. Very difficult retake here for Cloud9, and the pit might be able to get them a lot of space in. Through the back and the side, this flank is important. But the rate on the off angle, very unexpected. Fight still happening as well on multiple fronts here. It's just dodging, juking, spamming away with the bullets. Narrate wins his fight out. With that, the threat of the flank removed. Cloud9 already second-guessing whether they should even make a go of this. Tiptoeing around, but it looks like they are looking for the exit.
Sentinels playing their ult round there really nicely. They knew what the win condition was. Forced down Vic. Lockdown popped in. Just got the perfect pit and plant to be able to secure. I am impressed with the way that Sentinels is calling on the attack, because they're making adjustments against a really tough comp here. C9, all of the stuff that was bamboozling Sen early on, the insane fast tempo pace, the quick flood retakes, huge amounts of plant denial. We're not really seeing those rounds anymore because Sen is slowing down the pace so much, adding so much more contacting in. Trying to give less sound cues for C9 to play around. Trying not to be so obvious in terms of the tempo and the plants.
Time for a field test.
But this now, ults expended on both sides. Only the pit available for net.
Shock slow. Again, just that clear awareness. Sentinels know how Cloud9 want to be playing this. Drone's going to be used. So that cuts out the drone.
Yeah.
One way to stop it. Suppressed.
That allows C9 to still get posted up on aggressive angles like Oxy.
Drone of their own for that mid-round information. Cloud9 trying to clear up the map a little bit. Only spotting the one. That was just Celsius, I believe, so it doesn't really feel like a full committal.
At the same time, though, I don't think they're too worried that it's over towards B.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, you've got really deep push-up position from net.
Incredibly deep push. That is unorthodox, but what an entry! Oxy will delete him. Satchel down. Just to try and escape this one. Still, Sentinels don't want to give this one up. Taking fights forward past it, but the wall is still up, and it is decaying them down and ripping them to shreds. The rifles being that cherry on top.
Now that's an honest round of Icebox. That looks more like what
Yeah.
you expect from the map from any different compositions being played. Defenders just holding that line of scrimmage at the Viper wall, never letting you go past 410. No ults used on either sides. Nothing particularly crazy coming out from C9. Just holding crossfires, stopping Sen. And tying up the game at 5-5. An attack op from Zelsis. Tried this on Corrode too. I mean, it's quite good when you're just contacting around the map to see if you can get a punish on people playing info lines for defense.
Yeah, jump spots potentially.
Oxy could certainly get punished here.
Oxy is there, but
Here.
fires off the bullet, ratters it off. He's still looking to be hard committed over towards B. That's what Zelsis is holding for.
Mitch might be coming to drone. See if he can set him up on the line. Yeah, here comes the drone. Zelsis has got to tuck. Oxy might choose the opportunity to set up on a more aggressive line.
Placing
Now
swarm
swarm
grenade.
lineups now up for Tube. This is being watched for.
If this does end towards...
Missed.
A miss. Bit of a rare one. But also,
Don't worry about it.
the whole point was that that sets up Bang to lurk, and now Bang's just going to hit the turret instead.
It does get broken.
Oh, it does
There's
get
a
broken.
second
Both-
nano swarm
Both
committed.
nanos used.
Did he just see the player? Potentially. Might have just missed the timing anyway. But still, this pit is down. Difficult to work through. But again, Senna just calling the contact plays all the way up. And there it is. Pit's going to be dropped down. Blink of an eye. Jump forward again here. This flank's occurring. Triple up. Cloud9 trying to take this one from multiple directions. Just holding it back for now.
They got past
All
the
about how
turret.
this fight gets taken. Shield pop. That is precisely the wrong play you want to be walking into. Zelsis operator not too good against that. Vulnerable up. Sliding to the side here. It's a full committal from Cloud9 off onto that flank. And Sen having to flip the script here. And their understanding of how they were holding onto that one just topples in an instant.
Sentinels got Bang up through Tube, and he was supposed to backstab the retakers. He comes through Kitchen, and he's like, oh, where are the retakers?
Nobody's here.
3 of them coming through the flank. Managed to get past with a smoke, I would assume, past the turret, though I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they used the ISO. No, they didn't use the ISO shield. Must have been some kind of smoke. Well, he got past Zelsis on the flank, and he could not defend. Good round from C9, and they take the lead heading into the half.
Back at it. One away from Vic's ultimate again at kill contract. can see the same util here from Sentinels.
And Mitch has got his ult online. Vic nearly with his ult online as well. So C9, great tools to work with.
Looking to punish it. Not over the top. Oxy straight into the fight again. That's a Hunter's Fury trying to set this guy up again. But oh, the dart not dealt with. Oxy was lit up and Zelsis ready to contain, holding down the extra avenues. Potential for that spillage. The ult even lost out. Vic can't get it done against the IGL. Sentinels. Basically everything going wrong for Cloud9 there on every single section of the map. Look at where the X's are.
Yeah, literally everywhere around the map. Cloud9 were not able to put any level of success together. I don't know why they've gone for something so aggressive in the final round. Just trying to throw Sentinels off, I suppose.
Yeah.
But Mitch left wondering if that was the right call. They had incredible ults to deny the plant and put some pressure on Sen, but it's going to be a dead even half.
6-2-6.
6-6, but Cloud9 won the pistol and had a comp that is so tough to deal with.
Yeah.
I think mad credit to John, huge credit to Kaplan, and the rest of the brain trust on Sen, because they came up with some really good adaptations to make that an even half. And I think this defense should be favored. The favored half, the more difficult half to play against Cloud9.
Sure. I agree with that one here. The side's going to be swapping around, but Sentinels, yeah, all smiles. They're quite happy with the work that they put in. 6-2-6. We're going to send it to a quick break on the other side of things. We'll see the conclusion of this map. Straight back into it then here. The wild card pick for Cloud9. Yet to see if it's really going to play out in their favor.
Hey, that's
City really turning up for this one.
Yeah, coming more than halfway around the world.
That is crazy.
But Cloud9 putting on a performance here. I mean, you're getting to see more of Sentinels than we would maybe have expected.
Yeah. And also an exciting icebox.
Yes, a genuinely exciting icebox.
I don't know when the last time it was.
And C9 on the attack side might have some really interesting ideas as well. I can understand the theory of this comp a lot better when they're on the defense, but maybe they're going to surprise us and have some awesome ideas for attack as well.
Full group up here by Cloud9. Nothing spread it. Across the map here, Zekken is also just all the way pushed into bottom mid. Turret not catching his contact. It's a little bit deeper. So Zephyr can play with the rest of the pack. Turret is going to be broken and dealt with, but Nanoswarm's critically not broken.
Or deployed.
Yeah, Sentinel's holding on to it as well.
Good patience. Vic takes the ult orb as well, so clearly ISO ult most important on the attack side for C9.
Vulnerable nade, rebounds. High corner though, Zelsis is going to be nice and safe here. As soon as he sees a util coming forwards, as the Nanoswarm's deaded, buys time. His team is getting back into the fight and the fray. Grouped up now shoulder to shoulder with that shield, but it's already popped off here, and Vic just whittled down to about 4 HP, swinging from the side. Oxy! It's gone down and out. Zelsis is doing a number on him, but Cloud9 is still in this one. Fighting tooth and nail, not willing to give this one up, but it could be anyone's game yet still. Mitch barely onto anything whatsoever. The shots are good, but Zelsis versus Zephyr. Killjoy versus Killjoy. Barely any health left. It comes down to the timing! Oh my goodness. Anyone's game.
And waving across the stage, that's what I like to see. Cloud9 with energy, with a bit of trash talk in the playoffs game against possibly the best team in Americas. I wasn't ready to say it after the Lev game, but I think I am now. I think this feels like a very different squad.
Yeah. Cloud9 team, I mean, using the group stage to really try and evolve themselves as a team. Being clowned on in the process occasionally.
Nex seems to have added a lot of energy as well.
Yeah.
He was giving it in the Lev game. And taking it as well from Okeanos, but he was giving it across the stage.
Can't argue with this Cloud9 team though. Not right now.
Oh, they've done a good job there on the pistol. Winning that clutch is everything for Zeppa. Vic more than halfway up to his ISO ultimate as well.
There's no illusions across the map here. Sentinels know fully that this is going to be going over towards the A site.
Can you ever punish Vic for just stealing that orb if he's got teammates with him?
Maybe. Something up on the fly, potentially, but taking it, rifles out. Trying to dissect most of the site. Clears the way.
Get a plant down. Give Vic a stinger.
Oh yeah, there you go. Give it to Vic.
Yeah.
There's two away.
And now just let Vic hunt. He can take the ghost because he doesn't even need a kill. He can just get it with a death.
Yeah, we're watching some flowchart Valorant right now.
Yeah, and Sentinels, their flowchart says, just die to Spike. Do not die to Vic.
Avoid Vic.
Don't even necessarily want to play for exits. Literally just... The thing is though too, even if they all die to Spike, how do you stop Vic just taking that ult orb, or the one on B, and ripping an ISO ult into you for the next round? I think it's so tough to defensively fight over those ult orbs.
It's going to be tricky. And the rate lasts alive. They're trying to keep him alive as well. Put this guy on ice potentially, but Vic doesn't get there in time.
Okay, so now you know that Vic is going to want to play for an ult orb in the next round.
Yeah, how do you play around it?
Can you set up some kind of trap play?
It's really hard on Icebox, man. There's like
don't know
50
how.
angles to watch for.
Yeah, I mean, normally we'd be talking about, right, somebody holds contact, maybe you got a Cypher Cam and a Paranoia or something like that. SEN don't really have a flash to work with.
Oh.
They don't have a raise nade or something like that.
Nice, good job. Let's go, baby.
Maybe you could
It's
get
okay,
like,
I'm disciplined.
maybe you could get like somebody holding in a corner and you do a bait and switch play, or... Hello.
We'll see. Hello. Net
Look at this
POV.
through the replay.
Yeah. I'm down for this. Player POVs, the replay viewer here early. Now, war being used. This is cheeky. Cloud9 going for a bit of a split into the B, using the wall to try and get themselves in, but no clearance into the corner! And the wall does not last that long. Guns will beam you down if you're not ready for it.
Well, I appreciate the idea.
I do, but improvisation on Icebox equals loss. That's what we've learned over these years.
Well, they're thinking that SEN is going to be defending those ult orbs, so why not send something through mid, pick something out of the strat book, a mid to B, set play, but it immediately gets destroyed.
Yeah. Nice idea.
Can Zeppa pick up
Alarm bot down.
some free pieces here?
There's a free kill. Does
Yeah.
reveal his position with it.
He gets another in this spot, though.
Mitch.
Last
Hold on.
player standing.
Piecing it together, maybe. Now, with Zeppa going down, chances go skyrocketing downwards, really, for Mitch. Gonna have to get a bit of a move on. There's 40 seconds left.
But any kill that Mitch gets, really good in terms of harming the Sentinels' economy, building up his ult. Never mind. SEN, with 3 players alive, drop the final body for C9 and survive a bonus. Vic's ult, though, activated. The common combo that we see on Haven, for example, is Sova util into ISO util. So you'll throw a recon, and if it gets broken, or if it lights somebody up, throw a drone if it sees someone, pop your shield, grab him.
Didn't see the snake bite laid down. It's a good adjustment. Just adapting on the fly for what's coming their way.
How did the alarm close? He was backside to kill you guys.
I don't know.
Questions raised. We'll see if this drone can tag anybody. We'll see Vic with the ult too. Bang wants nothing to do with it. He knows
you
what's
want
coming.
to leave. You do not want to get tagged by that drone because you'll get ISO ulted. There you go.
He's sending it anyway. Blind as anything, but he does manage to grab up the one. Zelsis gone. Trying to win that fight out. Tapping away with a rifle. Claims a Killjoy's life, and that means the setup goes down, but so does the curtain drop down. It's an open fight to be taken still. Swings, no coverage. Narrator's found the timing.
C9 need to get some help for the planter there. That is bait city.
Yeah, just leaving them on an island. Like my ranked games, man.
I mean, that's tough. Vic was coming back out of the ultimate, really wasn't ready, and Oxy was back in. Maybe just thought they had a free plant.
3. There's a fight taken. Zeppa wins it.
Good lurk, again abusing the fact that the killjoy died early, and there's Zeppa again, swings back around. What awareness!
He's playing deathmatch right now. Hunting out the next players, the next kills. While they're at it, finding bang, and delivers the death blow. Cloud9 leading by 2 now.
Where are we going this
Getting
time?
closer to these ults as well. Potential snowball occurring. Zeppo's 1 away from his.
Yeah, this I think is going to be a classic snowball scenario, because these attacking ultimates are super, super good. What is going on there? And the fact that it doesn't win them the round. C9 have actually been able to make a couple of mistakes here and there across this map and still come out on the basis of good ideas and good individual plays.
Yeah.
With a very tough icebox to deal with. Mitch not going for an early drone. You'll often see teams lead with that drone over towards A whenever they have the Silver ult online. Instead, put a little bit of pressure over towards A, see if you can pull the defenders in that direction, which is exactly what's happened here. Defenders moving over towards the A site, and instead, attackers moving in here towards Bang.
Bang.
Can't get enough done.
He's playing aggro because he's only got the Sheriff.
Satchel out.
Full speed ahead now. Vic, more forwards just to deny potential for the spam, and he is being covered this time. Teammates holding it down. Stray bullets as well flying up towards heaven, and now Sentinels at this point hold tab. Got to see the state of the game because so close to multiple ultimates, you really do want to go down to the spike. Don't want to be generating it for Cloud9.
Zelsis might not. I mean, Zelsis dying is probably better for Sentinels. To be able to have a lockdown to be able to work with to some degree, but also Mitch just with the Hunter's Fury can counter it, so...
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to get really tough.
He get into it. Zeppa gets the one. Player as well, Mitch. Claiming it out here. And the rate will go down into the spike, and you're right, it just gets harder and harder and harder now.
Yeah, this has been such a good pocket pick for C9. Imi did say, we're either going to look like idiots or we're going to look great. Sometimes you got to roll the dice, and it's come up with a strong roll here.
Yeah, I do appreciate his honesty. Always honest in the interviews.
Yeah.
But it is strong. Hell of a pocket pick.
There is that fine line between genius and madness, and I think they've hit genius here. I think they've crossed the line.
Yeah.
Kaplan's going to take his second timeout. The first one, only 4 rounds in. This second one, 5 rounds into the next half. And another opportunity to adjust things for Sentinels. Kaplan's timeout got some good value. They managed to win the next rifle round. They had good adjustments. Then for the rest of the half, it was back and forth. Wasn't like Sen dominated.
Yeah.
But they need something now, and they need plans to be able to evade these ults. Because it's so difficult to contest the plant or to hold any space when Oxy's going to be flying at you with a showstopper, or Zeppa's got his lockdown to be able to work with. You yourself don't have that Hunter's Fury to counter. And that, I think, could be coming right in the next round. Narrate a little slow, bottom of the scoreboard, not quite able to get up to his silver ult in time. And Zeppa's got a freebie.
Alarm bot out.
Normally the spots where Zeppa's going to want to play around are going to be over here towards pipes. And so potentially for the defenders, you might want to be setting people up in this corner, getting angles out here, hold somebody onto 410. There are options for Sentinels. What does Kaplan call?
A little bit aggro potentially. Slowing the dart over the top. Give Sentinels access to at least the front section of A. Second can play on top pipes, being covered from the belt angle. His team should have his back. Oh, we've seen this one before. At least I have. Slow. Oh, he messed it up! It's meant to hide the intent so they don't know you're dropping down there. Oh. I can't remember who was running it. Maybe it was RRQ that I saw do it.
Yeah, RRQ were doing a bit of it. We saw some teams last season trying it as well. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make too much difference. Zeppa's still in position with the lockdown. And And bang on that, sorry, not bang, net on the lurk again, up through tube.
But yeah, lockdown's going to be used towards the tail end here. Mitch does have the ult ready for it. He's going to be utilizing it now. Clears the way. So full side take. Cloud9 not being pushed back from it. Dart does reveal. Vic getting ever so close now. One away from the ult of his own. There's a ton of util. Oh my goodness. Rocket in your face. Still the kills. Late claim here towards most of this side, but no one really anticipating the top of that angle. Rez online. Getting Zekken back into the fight. Your star player to survive here, but Net on the flank already backstabbing. It's going to be dealt with. Zekken rips his head clean off, and everybody's covering the appropriate angles. Sentinels clean on the retake. Good plan of action.
They go 1-for-1 against Oxy's ultimate, which is a win in any kind of round for Sentinels. But they also clean up Vic immediately, who popped shield. So both duelists were massive threats there for C9, and Sen dealt with them quite easily. Got to get the replay of that in there. Look at this, though. Kill onto Vic. Zelsis manages to do a little bit of spam through a wall and break Vic's shield. Makes it an even fight. What a cleanup on net there. That's a shot to hit for Zekken. That is an enormous round for Sen. Pretty similar to what they were doing around the same kind of time on Corrode. Winning against all odds, against ult advantages. That's a funky one to clean an alarm bot up that would be in that position.
Just the map here, all grouped up now. Cloud9. But take flight. Quick realization from Sentinels. Already got lots of bodies over here. So drone for drone. Looking for the tag, looking for info. Clears out most of the way onto the site. Shakhtar takes out a Nana Swarm.
Narrate can go for a Hunter's Fury here. He doesn't have to worry about countering Zephyr anymore.
Bang, caught towards the back there. That's just from the shots that he was firing off, and now he needs to try and win this fight out, but Vic has the shield. The advantage is all his.
And now Narrate can't really go for a safe ult.
I don't want to fight forwards.
Yeah, this is great.
What a read. So down towards the back here with a satchel play, trying to jostle and move around the race, so he's fully uncomfortable taking that fight out. The quick win for it. Double face-up. It's Cord 4, swinging wide with a slow over to try and slow it all the way down. Oxy still thorn in their sides and able to be removed from this angle. Lights out for it. It's that high-low swinging setup. Sentinels improvising. Attempting to remove these pesky problem players. Finally, they have control of back of the side, but the issues just keep cropping up.
Johnny's worried that people could be in kitchen.
Yeah.
Zekken's having to full clear orange, sight, default.
No knowledge of where these players are.
What a great round from Cloud9. That really is marvelous stuff from them. The push through into Snowman, recognizing that Narrate would be trying to play around there with the Hunter's Fury to deny the plan. Playing so much further ahead of their own plan. That's what you like to see. Not just trying to throw somebody in there to see if they can get the spike in the ground. They've had a great idea and understanding of how they want to use their comp and how Sen are going to try to play against it. It's still been tough. They're still only in the lead by 3.
Yeah.
But I think this is the best that I've seen Cloud9 play all year.
Thanks. Stop shooting your
Definitely
fucking gun. It's yellow.
Ooh, language.
Blind their scout.
11-8, Cloud9 steadily pulling ahead here. Determined to take us to Lotus. Nana Swarm broken and dealt with. Again, it's a standard util for Icebox. We've seen it all before. Knives out for Zekken. Looking to take aim over towards Belt here. Here's the drone, maybe even taking a peek of his own. Potentially, the players were disjointed here, but just dodging, sidestepping. The vulnerable in the suppression. Still can keep the Blade Storm out. It's steady pressure that Cloud9 are applying. While the spike is in a completely different direction.
Yeah, the spike is heading over towards B here.
Zekken, there's a chance.
Mitch has been amazing today. His aim's been so good. And the calls are pretty similarly hello, what's going on here? Okay, they are committing to the fake then. I was wondering for a moment if they thought they had the A site for free and the spike was going to come back over here, but whilst all of this pressure was coming towards A, Zephyr, Net, establishing position on B, but they've slowed the round down. Defense is going to be spread.
Yeah, very much so here.
And these Nana Swarms that are down on B are designed to try to stop you from pushing Snowman or pushing deep on site. So no longer is Zelsis trying to deny the plant. Now he's just trying to hold space for the defenders. And let Narrate ult.
You hear the sound cues here. Orbs up. Satchel. Not sure if that was really intended, but still. Dropping it down here, and now
The race could win the round with the ult.
Here it is, bang! It's beautiful. Out towards the back here, Naruto and all as well, just trying to really lay claim and pave a path to success. A deep push into the back of the spawn, but the spike is down in time. It was a tight timing to be able to take. Zelsis barely alive there, escaping the ire. Oxy and Mitch have got to do it all now. It's a 2v3 for them. Disciplined positions from Sentinels, not willing to give anything away, no mistakes to lose this round for them. Zelsis sidestepping, wins it out. Phantom in hand, Narrate. Swinging from the side for that quick clean up. Sentinels are not done yet. A dangerous team.
And those nanoswarms, that control of the back B site did end up working really nicely for them. They set Narrate up so that he could ult the spike, apply a lot of pressure on C9. And they kind of crumbled under that pressure. They were trying to get the plant down and they ended up running forwards, seeing if they could cancel it, trying to fight.
Pump that energy. Don't be a bitch. Die on the hill.
Zelsis, always good for keeping the vibes up.
2-round lead for now for Cloud9. Sentinels, though, the reason it makes them so scary, so much experience, they're never done in a map. A lot of teams lose their cool, but every map is winnable for Sentinels.
C9 were doing a good job of farming this ult orb on A, putting a lot of people over here. Maybe anticipating that, Sentinels have rotated a 4-stack of defense because they have this Sage wall just locking off B on the other side. So because C9 are doing so much A defaulting, Sen have adapted to this really nicely.
It down over towards B main as well. He's scaling in through onto the side. Oxy tangled up here in a bit of a fight there. Just battle lines redrawn up through mid. Cloud9 working the map a little bit, trying to find some backstabs.
Yep.
Rotations already happened though.
Turret down. Zelsis now trying to cover the gap, but he's late. Doesn't realize they've already gone.
It's a weird one. The pit's down in B main. You can't go in that direction. You have to go through mid here.
Yeah, but you can go mid and plant B, even with the pit in B main.
Zelsis
Ban can't
covering.
really challenge.
Zelsis hears it. Footsteps rumbling now, and the alarm bot even just triggering. Wants to take the timing. He knows that there's a chance for it to really light them up. Bullets shredding them. Damage done, but just a 1 kill to his name. Plant down now for Mitch. Still not worried at the back of their minds. They haven't cleared out that B main angle. But the same can be said for Sentinels. There's so much uncertainty. Kitchen control completely lost. How the hell do you clear this? How do you simplify it?
Every single player on the map is worried they're going to get shot in the back.
Yeah, twisting and turning. It's all about a game of timings to this degree. Cloud9 are sitting nice and pretty. Zeppa just jiggling with the peak. Shots taken, the rate already falling. Zekin trying to apply that pressure onto the backside of Kitchen again, but time is just running away from them. The slow orb, Zeppa. Nowhere to run really here, but still being covered out. And even with Zekin just trying to adjust it with the movement. Aim is good from net. Tracks the target down. And Cloud9 are up to 12.
Oxy deliberately dies to the snakebite at the end, I think, in order to get his ult online.
That's crazy.
He's got so much money in the bank. I mean, maybe that was an accident, but it did get his ult up. Seems like a decent idea to me. They've got Sen on a little bit of a weak buy. And they've got big ults to work with. A pit for post plant. Oxy can go sailing in with a showstopper.
Yes!
Yeah, he's deliberately dying.
It was intentional.
Yeah, intentional death to get his ult online.
Just like that. War Machine keeps chugging here for Cloud9. Huge advantage coming into this round. Sentinels trying to find any sort of foothold they can. It's a 4-player stack up.
Sen know that if C9 are going to go fast, it's going to be on A. So they stack A early, see if they can get a fight second with a slight opportunity, but couldn't land it.
No damage done on either side.
And now a regroup called from Mitch over towards B. Zelsis has put those mollies in a really similar place, just trying to hold his own position. He wants to stop Oxy from flying towards him. But I don't know that Oxy knows the meaning of fear.
He will send it.
He is always going to send it.
Zelsis is fully playing back now, though, with the positioning. Not even spotting out. Look, there's no targets home whatsoever, but maybe Kitchen is the goal. Could send it flying forwards. He's missed it.
It's just a free plant, though. It's a free plant. It's a pit. It's a Hunter's Fury post.
Bit drop down here.
Free plant, surely.
Just the plant. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, making sure that they plant inside the pit. This is a nightmare of a retake.
Mitch has his ult.
You kind of have to put pressure on the flank. Narrator's got to go absolutely crazy here. Now he backs up. He's only got a stinger to work with. But Mitch has now got all the space in the world to ult.
Looking like an inevitable end here to the map for Cloud9 in their favor. Smoke round to the side. Vic, a few pot shots fired off as well. Bullets are rattled. It is an exchange. At least of the bodies traded out. Flank still being watched for here. There's a lot of pressure being applied quick and fast. Sentinels need to take this one, and they are at least claiming a few of the lives in the process. Still decayed down, and now that ult pulled out. Hunter's Fury pushing forwards, kills again, found. Zelsis is finding his targets with that shorty in hand. Bang! He does return it with a fire, but still time! Time! And a shutdown to finish. Might not have even been enough anyway. Might not have even been needed, but we are going to Lotus.
Imi said they were going to look great or they were going to look stupid. Well, they look great. That was genius, man. The Raze ISO. Who would have thought? But the combos of utility all around the map are so good. And the ults were spectacular. How on earth do you manage to navigate all of this danger the first time you see it? Credit to SEN for even getting 9 on the board, frankly.
Yeah,
but
with no VOD footage.
Yeah.
Complete surprise being sprung upon them.
But at the same time, seeing